Welcome in. I'm Stacy. Settle into the back of your parents' car. It's time for another visit to the Lumibricks, formerly FunWhole, road trip series. This is the gas station, set number F9065, and it contains 1,608 pieces and some really great printed pieces that give off the gas station vibe. Lumibricks didn't disappoint and offered up some great lights with this set as well. We are Lumibricks affiliates, and as a result, you can save 10% on their official website using code SheClicksBricks. They also have an Amazon store, which you should check out in case the price is cheaper. All links will be in the description of this video. We really would appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. And if you really like what you see, consider becoming a member for $1.99 a month. Now, stop kicking the back of my seat. It's time to pull over and check out this gas station. The front of the gas station, you can see we have a bay, good size to fit a car. We've got some tools in there. We've got a hoist, which is very cool. And you can see on the front of this set, there's tons of plate work. I really like the different definition of the colors. You have some different color concrete. And you can see over here, we've got our gas pumps. They were so interesting to build. Those lights, very cool. And the pumps themselves, we got some printed pieces. We've got some hose pieces for the actual gas pumps. Really, really fun to build. And the definition around the gas pumps as well, the colors. I like the orange and the white and the blue in this set. When we come around here, we can see if we've got a printed sign for the gas. And then inside, you can see there's a little gap there with broken concrete, which is a cool idea. And we've got a dolly, and I believe that's a jack. And there's a bench out front. And look at all those windows. Really nice. With that light, you can see right through. Then our door is on the corner here. Printed piece. Opens very nicely. More windows on the side with another printed piece. Now that we've got a better angle, let's take a look at this sign. My goodness. The plate work in the top of the sign, very interesting because nothing is symmetrical. We've got a light at the top. I like this clear piece in behind too. It looks really good. Printed pieces, our Blue Hour gas station, auto service printed piece with roadside assistance and a number there. I have to say this was an interesting build. You can see that all of these pieces on the edges are like tube pieces. So you have to actually feed the wire for the light right through this side up to the top. And inside, you feed the wire, plus there's tubing inside of that to feed through as well. So it does take some patience. I will have to say I did do it twice, but it came out really nice. Take a quick look at the back of it as well. You can see where the wires are and the plates. Very neat. It's on there pretty good now. The first time I did it, it was not on very sturdy, so I realized I had some work to do with it. You also need to pay attention how much wire you feed through. I actually had the wire coming up much too far, which is why I had to do it the second time to make sure I tightened that wire up. Now the garage as well, I just want to go back to that because do you notice there's no garage door? It really would have been a great idea, especially since we have this tire here. It looked like it should be rolling a garage door because it does move. A little bit of a miss. The back of this gas station, a little more interesting than it looks at first glance. We could see we have our battery box, the light switch is easy to access, and we have our ports for our wires. And then, of course, this opens up and you can see we have a well-stocked fridge built right in. Great use of space. We do have a sliding door. Take a look at the floor on the inside. We've got a hook there, and that's so we can pull this right out so we can see everything that's in there. We've got a cash register there and some other items on racks there that you would expect to see in a gas station. Some tools. When you take a look inside, you can see that back wall is also well stocked. And then this just goes right back in on these grooves here. There we go. close her up. Very neat. We've got some back doors here that you can see right into the bay area. And there's a little extra piece here that I'll show you what that does when we get to the other side. Before we move on to the other side, I just wanted to show you that this does come with a USB as well. So the battery box doesn't have a spot for the USB to go in, but you can just unplug the wire from the battery box to the port and plug the USB wire into the port. And then you can use a battery bank. And this side of the gas station, you can see we've got some windows there. You can see some tools through the window, but you can't see what's in here. So look at that. It opens right back up. Nice build onto the door. We've got a shelf with more tools in a toolbox. Those silver tools actually come in a plastic sheet that you just kind of pop them out. And then we've got another shelf here with some more tools. Looks like maybe a paint can. Now I'll show you this piece here on the other side. Actually, you pull it in and out and the hoist goes up and down. So nice little Technic build. And then you can also see when I pull it up, you can see the grate piece in there kind of looks for drainage, which I thought was a really neat detail. It's a very cool play feature. Now, of course, we've got two roofs and they both come off, but I want to show you this one first. We've got the roof that is connected to the canopy by some hinge pieces, and then in the front, it's connected to this tower. So what I have found easiest is to just take this all off in one piece and set it aside. And now we can take this other one off. There we go. See inside of the bay area now from the top, and you can really see the details. We've seen most of them, but I wanted to show you this hoist. How you can see how it goes up and down. Really smooth. And that grate piece, you can really see that now. Thought that was a really great idea for in there. And then we can see into our store now. So you can see our fridge and our tools and our register. Lots packed in there, that is for sure. I think some of those might be a little too close, but there's lots of nice details. So we've got our first roof with our printed piece out front, and then you can see on top we have a couple of crates. We've got a tire and we've got some vegetation. Now I want to show you underneath. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take these loose pieces out. Not a big fan of the loose pieces, but they do add to the scenery, I guess. And I want to show you underneath because this is not a light that we have in every set. And I like that. And you can see the connector here and then the connector over here. So we'll put this back on. We'll just line up our connectors. And lights on. Love it. Our roof with our canopy. So I am going to take this tower off just so you can see a little bit more detail here, so you can see where that attaches underneath. We can see that this canopy is on some hinge pieces, and then you can see our Blue Hour printed sign. Spin this around. I just want to show you the lights that are used to light up the Blue Hour. There are actually two clear bricks that have lights inside of them, which I thought was really neat. And underneath, you can see the lights that are used. So we have our round one like we had previously, but we also have this other long one. So it connects on both ends, which is really kind of cool. All right, so let's get this put back together so that we can put it on our building. Let's just put 4 studs there. And then there we go. Lights. We do have a couple of accessories that come with this set. We've got a little motorcycle build, which is cute. It's got a headlight in the front, although this doesn't light up. We've got our handlebars and our kickstand that moves and our exhaust. The wheels are really good as well, the tires, that actually you don't even need the kickstand to have it stand up. Cute little addition. And we also have a blue convertible car that comes with this set. Really cute individual build. See underneath we have our battery box that's on there with the studs, really nice. And then we have a switch because our headlights light up. So the front of it is pretty cool with those headlights. And then our grille, our hood doesn't open, but it is a nice sleek design. You see on the side we have some white wheel wells. You can see from the side the windshield and a little bit inside the car. And the trunk, that doesn't open either, but it is a fun little build. Now you see that our brake lights or our rear lights are not on, and I'm assuming that's because he's here for repairs. So speaking of repairs, remember the hoist that we showed you? Open that right up so you can see through. This car actually goes right in on the hoist, and then it actually goes up and down with the car on it and stays there really nice and sturdy. Great idea. We've got 3 minifigs with this set, and I am happy to say we have 2 females out of the 3. I did put some tools in their hands so that you can see that they can hold the tools. Their outfits are really well done, the prints, and I do like the addition of a skirt as an option as well. I'll show you the back so that you can see their back prints and their hair a little bit better. And under the skirt, she does have on some brown pants, so you can use the skirt or not. They are very cute. So we've dimmed the lights in the room a little bit so you can really see these points of light. The sign, the gas pumps, under the canopy. And when we get to the back, it is a little bit dark, but remember, this all opens up so you can see right in. And then we've got our back doors to see into the bay as well. Over to the side, you can see the light right through the windows. But again, that opens up as well. Looks really good. Now, let's turn the lights in the room completely out. Look at that. Whoa, beautiful. Even that sign on the roof. It looks so good. Now, on to the build experience. The brick quality and clutch are excellent. I did have a small issue with the color match on the canopy. All the other bricks and colors were perfect. So, was this done intentionally to add to the charm? If you built this set, let me know in the comments about your canopy color match. Lumibricks delivers again with all printed pieces that are so clear and bound to bring back road trip memories. This is a well-lit set, and the use of different styles of lighting and brightness really helps to add a realistic touch. The gas station itself uses 3 AAA batteries, or you can use a USB cable to light it up. The car uses 2 CR2032 batteries to turn on its charm. This was an easy, fun, and relaxing build. The only problem I ran into was the main road sign, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Building the sign used some different techniques using hollow pieces and tubing and feeding a wire through. This part does take some patience, so my advice, take your time, follow the instructions carefully. This set is fairly solid and is 32 by 32 sets. It uses 7 base plates for the base, but there are a lot of loose pieces throughout. For example, the crates on the roof, so keep this in mind when moving it. The battery box is on the back of the set and does overhang the edge a bit, and personally, I wish the set had a front rolling garage door. But for a set this size, they may have had to make a choice between a garage door and a working hoist. This set, I am happy to say, has a lot of jumpers throughout, giving lots of options to place your minifigs. I brought in the Twilight Motel so you can see these 2 sets side by side, both from the road trip series, and I think they look really good together. You can tell that they had the Twilight Motel in mind when creating the gas station. They butt really well together, no seams or anything, and you can see even the cactus doesn't get in the way. So let's take a look with the lights dimmed. Very, very nice. Can you see the shimmering light by the pool area, pool table? I think they look really, really good. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.